welcome back to my channel. This is Pashpika, the channel where we talk about designing and everything about the designing, how to make the designs in Photoshop, the patterns, textures. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing my top 5 designing tips for beginners, for intermediate, who are just starting out with the designing or who are kind of like in between and still want to proceed towards more advanced. These tips will going to help you. These are my tips that personally I did for myself, and it did really help me in getting started with the design. Because if you don't know, but I'm not from a designing background, I don't have a degree in designing, I'm basically from a medical background, but still I was able to learn myself, I still able to teach myself how to design. So I'm gonna be sharing these 5 tips. So without further ado, let's get straight with that. Before we go, consider clicking the like button, guys. I do really appreciate that. If you want more such video in the future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new video, you're gonna get notified about it. Also, guys, you can visit our website www.globocreative.com to get the cool, amazing free graphics, textures, patterns. Looking forward to make money online as a designer, as an artist, as a creative person. Make sure to check it out, that channel. I'm gonna leave that in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get straight with the tips. The first tip that I have for you is to keep the thing simple. This is really important. Whenever you're getting started with designing, whatever you want to design, whether it's a template, whether it's a card, or whether it's making a patterns or textures, keep the thing simple. Don't complicate it too much. Don't think that if you want to make a good design, it needs to be a complicated design or it needs to be something very random. And when you are new, so I would highly recommend you to keep the thing simple and choose the color palette. Like when I'm in a great confusion, I tend to pick up the white and black as my color palette because it really makes the thing simple for me without actually going into the color backgrounds or different color palettes. So same thing you can do, you can pick up 2 color, or you can even make a monochromatic one, the different shades of the one color only. Like the green, you can have a very light green, the pastel, and then you can go over to the dark green and you can use according to it. Second tip is choose the color palette before actually starting with design. It will really going to help you having a right color combination for your design. Same thing goes with choosing the font types, like how many or what different types of the fonts you're gonna be using for your design, whether 2 different fonts or 1 font only, or what are the different sizes, whether you're gonna use in the bold and the italic, or you're gonna have an underline. The same thing is with the color palettes. Have the color palettes 1 or 2 depending, or maybe more than that. Okay, it depends on you, but choose it before actually starting with the design to get a clarification what exactly you're making, what it actually going to look like, and what are the different colors that you want to represent in your design and the different fonts. So choose them in the very beginning so that it would be easy for you to design, to make your design and to get it ready, whether you're designing for a company, for as a freelancer, or for yourself, or for social media posts, or for selling as a digital product on the Etsy. The third tip I have for you is to take an inspiration and an idea from what other people are doing in your niche. I would highly recommend you to pick up a niche. Now, if you're completely a newbie, you wouldn't be able to know which niche to pick up because you are exploring and experimenting. So it's best to look out for the other designers or other artists or creative people who are creating the design that you are really interested in. That go on social media, check out the Pinterest, check out the Instagram, the Facebook, or even search on Google the different kinds of the niche design niches that you are interested in, that you want to pursue, and look for the people in that area. What are the kind of designs they are making? Take an inspiration idea from that. Like, I want to tell you one thing. When I was getting started with the designing, I was looking at the pre-made templates that was there on the Etsy, the Canva, and the Vistaprint, and I was taking an idea and inspiration from that how people are actually placing the designs here and there, along with the graphics, along with the pictures. What are the different color palettes, different color combinations, inspiration idea from what are the different niches people are targeting and which you are interested in. The fourth tip that I have for you is choose the software that you are more comfy or comfortable with. I know that a big saying is that go with Adobe Photoshops or the Illustrator or the Adobe all apps or software because they are more professional. But if you are not convenient in using the Photoshop, then probably don't use it. You don't have to go for something just for the sake of something. Okay, I hope you get my point, right? You don't need to use a software just because the other people are using it. Use a software which you feels like it's more fitting your box regarding your budget, regarding the interface of that software and how easy it is for you to make a design. Find, like when I was getting started with the designing, I find Photoshop, Illustrator way more hard to proceed. So I started with the Canva and the Vistaprint, and then I figured out my way to go with the Photoshop. And still I don't use the InDesign for making the magazines or books, because I don't find the InDesign's easy one. Sometimes I do use them, sometimes I don't use them. So choose your software wisely according to your specific need and what you are comfy and comfortable with. Of course, you can learn and try professional softwares. Of course, you can level up. You can be more resourceful and more knowledgeable and researching and experimenting and trying new softwares out there. But start with makes you feel more comfortable to get started with that. Tip is keep on practicing. I want to give you one example. When I was getting started with making a patterns and textures in Photoshop, it was completely new for me because I wasn't really from designing background. I don't have a design degree. I was from a medical background. I had to actually teach myself all those things. So when I was starting with making a patterns, it was a little tricky for me where to click, how to click, when to click, and how to do that. All was clicky. But then once I know what the process looked like, I was keep on practicing again and again on a consistent basis for making those designs, just for the sake of practicing, so that I won't forget about the process, and I'm keep on doing it and I'm keep on progressing in that direction to make a much more better and amazing designs. So that's the thing, practice is the key. Okay, it will going to take some time, so you have to keep on practicing. On a day one, you would be able to, maybe you would be able to do only step one, but maybe on a day 30th, you would be able to do all these steps. So don't give up, keep on practicing on a consistent basis depending on your own schedule. Have a schedule according to your routine. What's your priorities? Practice on the weekends, but do it on a consistent basis so that you can be good at the designing and you can create beautiful, amazing designs, whether for yourself or whether for someone or whatever it is. Hopefully you find these tips useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you a completely newbie as a designer? Or let me know what you think in the comment section below. I would really love to hear from you. I'm gonna see you in the next week's video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.